And what bigger sin is there
Yeah.
than being a homosexual?
Well, I'm going to isolate that. That's going to be the intro, the cold open, and...
Heck yeah!
And then people are either going to tune out or they're going to be like, yeah, this is my kind of show.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the podcast where we watch a movie and dare to ask the question, what happens next? We are three unpaid interns who have been locked away in a basement somewhere in Hollywood and forced to turn out sequels to movies that nobody asked for. So grab some popcorn, your hard hat, and join us on the ground floor of Sequel Factory. I am Saltimus Fry, the fast food cat.
I am Jetty Dots, the autism cat.
And I'm X.
Wow. Okay.
And
wow.
so if,
someone's not going to
if
the
you
Heaviside layer.
Guessed, we are doing a cats episode.
It's cats.
It is
Hal,
cats.
it's about cats.
Cats.
Do you know how many, what do you think? What the fuck was this movie about?
Hal, it's about cats. It's about cats, Roger.
Yeah.
It's explicitly been stated by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Uh-huh.
It's about cats.
And T.S. Eliot, and every infomercial I ever woke up to in the middle of the night as a child.
Sure.
To Cats music. And surprisingly, this is the first time I've ever heard any of it or got any kind of inclination of what Cats was about. And I'm still not sure. So.
It's about cats, X. What do you not understand? It's there in the title. They say it. It's about Jellicle cats competing in the Jellicle ball to see which one of them is chosen by old Deuteronomy to ascend to the Heaviside layer and be reborn. X.
Okay, I'm so glad you're explaining a little bit of this. I was a theater kid. I did the musicals. I performed on the stage. I did my time in hell. Okay, I never saw
Done
cats.
your time in the Heaviside layer. That's your
when the
problem.
movie came around, I never saw the movie when it came out because it looked, and I'll be honest, terrifying. And the reviews came out and everyone hated it, and I thought to myself, okay, bullet dodged. Is the Heaviside heaven?
Yes.
So I have thoughts on that, but
yes. Basically, you go there and you get reborn. So it could be probably more of a limbo or a purgatory, a temporary sort of holding place between cat lives.
We see at the end this cat and its little chandelier balloon flying off into the sky. It's just death. They just kill these cats. They just don't know what they're getting into. There's no way in hell that they survive this trip over the fucking skyscrapers or whatever.
I guess it depends on what your sort of religious denomination is. You know, if
it's certainly not Jellicle.
Well, we are all Jellicle cats. I'm Jetty Dots, the autism cat.
I did come up with a name. I just...
What is...
I was going to do a bit...
Say it, X.
Hold on.
How dare you?
Hold on. I'll say it in a second. I was going to come up with a bit where I genuinely was like, do I even want to watch this movie? Maybe I'll just do a bit where I'm the only one who hasn't seen it. And then I'll just yes and the whole way through.
X, if you open up that can of worms, any one of us could do it anytime. And then we will end up with an episode where none of us have watched it because we all thought we're the one who hasn't watched it. And that's not going to work. This has to be an honor system.
I watched it. I was going to watch it at 1.5 speed, but as I was telling Roger earlier, you can't get the tone of the music in 1.5 speed. So I had no idea what they were going for, so I had to watch it normal. And then I fell asleep. And then when I woke up again, I said, screw it, and put it on 1.5 speed through the rest of it. But
that's such a worse experience. I don't think you can... It's like putting a punch to the face on 1.5 speed. It's over quicker, but it hits harder.
So I was telling X about this, is that Jenna chose to go run errands while I watched this movie, and then came home in just enough time to have all questions and for me to have no answers at all.
She's the errands cat.
But my Jellicle name is Excalibur, the one true cat.
Whoa!
Excalibur, the one true
cat. Sing your song for the Jellicle ball. It's not one of the motifs, but maybe it can be.
So is the plot of the movie...
It's just cats introducing themselves. It's one cat introducing itself after the other for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then one of them just like trying to get rid of them. But that's it. That's all it is.
We are learning
it was going insane.
The quirks and character of various cats. We are getting a peek into the world that they perceive that we do not. And at the end, we have learned to sympathize with the cats, understand the cats a little bit better, and address the cats in our own lives with more respect.
Okay, I want to go on the record as saying I genuinely enjoy musicals.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of them, like Rent, Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, Fiddler on the Roof.
Hell yeah.
All the classic ones you can think of. The movies too, like most Golden Age movies were musicals.
I saw Hades Town on Broadway last week.
Yeah,
freaking amazing.
It's something that does bring me joy, and I love cats too. I got my cat just chilling right here, right now, keeping me company while I record. But I hated this.
Have any of you
couldn't stand
it.
Have
any of you seen the multicam stage movie version of Cats?
No.
I'm
going to go ahead and jump off this cliff and say it's probably infinitely better.
I cannot describe to you how much better it is. Like the simple difference of medium changes the way it comes across so much more than you can imagine. I like Cats. It's not any less strange, but it's aesthetically comprehensible. It's metaphorical. There's a separation. There's an abstraction. This has been talked about up and down 7th Avenue, you know? I mean, this is no new conversation.
I'm sure we're the last podcast to talk about this.
But we're the people who are going to answer the question, what's next for the hot film franchise, Cats 2019? Which you don't have to do yet.
But don't say franchise.
Oh, it's a hot franchise. Sizzling on that one of those cast irons brought straight to the table.
Like a fajita.
Or a scrumptious humanoid cockroach rendered in miniature.
Well, okay, so first we need to agree that these cats are competing to die.
It depends on whether or not you believe that cats will be reborn upon reaching the Heaviside layer.
And who better deserves a chance to leave this disgusting anthropomorphic hell than the cat that was bullied the entire movie?
Yeah,
exactly. That's the messed up part about it, right? It's the one cat who gets chosen is the one that you're supposed to feel bad for the whole time. And then you watch the very last shot of the movie is this cat just drifting off into space.
And then the balloon disappears.
It's like the cat's in a basket that was a chandelier, but it's attached to an air balloon, and it floats off into the cloud face of Mufasa, and you're just left to assume, like, eventually that cat's gonna run out of oxygen.
Or the balloon's gonna pop.
No, it's like true. Sailing to Valinor the Undying Lands. When you leave Middle Earth, if you are either a ring bearer or an elf.
I can't do this.
You cross the sea to the Undying Lands, you get in the balloon, you go to the Heaviside layer, and you're reborn as a new cat.
and that's what happened to Bilbo
Yes!
or whatever. So so is the next movie just another competition where I have to see Idris Elba naked?
No, it should be the heavy side layer.
Oh, we get to see what's on the heavy side.
So we continue following Grisabella, the glamour cat.
Glamour.
Across...
Glamour. She's missing part of an ear.
Yes. Don't you feel so bad for her?
You know what the worst part about this movie is? And like there's a lot of bad things about this movie. The worst part about this movie is how fucking beautiful some of their singing voices are. I was so upset to hear
Grisabella,
a character named Grisabella, sing with the lungs.
She kills it.
It. It's so fucking impressive. And, like, the final song she sings is so emotional, and I'm like, my body wants to tear up, but my brain is, like, threatening me with a balled fist, like, don't you fucking cry at this, you pussy! What do you think is going on here?
That's a slur to Jellicle cats. Roger, you can't say that. They ruined so many of my precious cats. They ruined Rum Tum Tugger. They don't understand his sexual allure in the way that I do.
No, Rum Tum Tugger's a milk pervert. We need to...
I do have a note in here that says, I do like when Rum Tum Tugger shouts, milk! Milk!
He's a freaky guy. I think Dame Judi Dench should revoke her dame status.
Oh, whoa!
This was an abomination, and it's not their fault.
Not a dude head.
All of the actors.
Not a dude head, Roger. Not a fan of old dude.
No, old Deuteronomy can deuteron these nuts. Okay, is she wearing a coat or is that her skin?
Yes.
Well, it's like oh my gosh, what's the fat cat?
Which one?
I don't remember any of their names because I'm terrible with the
James
names.
Corden?
No, not
Jenny
James Corden.
Jenny Dot, the Gumby cat.
Yeah, Jenny Annie Dot.
James Corden, who plays
Gumby cat.
Bumperton. No,
you got it.
I was gonna say Bumperton Mills.
No, Jenny Annie Dot can apparently remove her coat to reveal just like a little suit that she wears underneath. Yeah. Which at first I thought was just part of the musical number, but then she uses that to get out of the chains.
It's one of her powers. It's one of her Gumby powers. Have you guys ever watched Gumby?
Yeah, Jenny Annie Dot's...
Gumby does that all the time.
What about the shit? He doesn't unzip his skin. And then dressed as a showgirl. Yes. Ian McKellen as Gus. There was a moment I will say, where Gus during
as the dogs might say,
his performance rough. When I was watching him doing his song on stage, where I forgot that I was watching the movie Cats, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually quite nice." And then it cuts to a bunch of cats meowing at him. Mm-hmm. I was like, "This can't be real life."
So, funny enough, like I said, I fell asleep through a minute of it, and I didn't rewind it. I was just like, I'm sure it was just introducing cats that I don't need to know because they're not going to win. But
did you fall asleep during the introduction of Grisabella?
If I could remember which cat that was, I'd probably say no.
She's the glamour cat. X.
No. It was after that. But at one point when they introduce old Deuteronomy, I was looking at the cats as they were doing their terrible little choreography, and I was like, "Is that Ian McKellen?"
They're busting it down, sexual style X.
Yeah, sure. But I fell asleep, and I guess I missed his little bit. So it honestly doesn't feel like I missed much.
Did y'all know that Neil Patrick Harris was in this movie? Yeah, same thing with Nick Nolte. Do you remember him in the movie?
Nick Nolte?
Do you remember Roger Moore? Because apparently he was in the movie.
I was too focused on these great cats.
Wallace Shawn and James Marsden, both in this movie.
Are they like Daniel Craig stormtroopers or like what's?
I don't know. Part of me, I'm looking at this huge cast. Go to IMDb. Look at the cast of Cats and look over this field. This crop yield of actors who are named but not in the movie. They don't have character names. Like, what are you doing here?
Few of them do justice to all of my special cats. Like, Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer are my favorite cats, and a complete character assassination on them both takes them from mischievous scamps to just, like, total scoundrels in this one. Can't get the Cockney accents right. My boy, the
was the problem was?
Well, and they don't do their special flips as they're supposed to, their special double flips. They have such chemistry on stage. The magical Mr. Mistopheles, his whole number is completely kneecapped. James Corden is not fit to play a rat, much less Bustopher Jones, the theater cat.
Or be the top billed actor in this movie. I don't know why his name was before Judi Dench at the end of this, at the credits, and on IMDb he is listed before her too.
He's a hot
insane.
Item. He's a hot item served up on a sizzling cast iron skillet, right to your table.
Yeah. No, not much anymore.
I think this movie did him in.
No. I think if any career should have ended from this movie, it's a few more than him. I can think of a couple reasons to dislike Taylor Swift, and this is one of them.
It's high up. It's high up.
The actress who played Victoria is a relatively unknown
she's just
actress.
A good dancer, pretty much.
Yeah, she's a good dancer and singer, and she's very pretty. But like, I don't think she's ever gonna get another movie after that.
None of the cats in this movie were hot enough.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
You need to understand. It's a big element of cats. Whether you like it or not, these cats need to be pretty hot
and everything.
And they don't do it.
So, okay, fine. We can continue talking about this. We have to agree that in the sequel, we're not using this gross bodysuit CGI, right?
Can we? Or is that the established language of this franchise? Can we cast that aside? Or is that like...
We can eliminate the CGI aspect of it and just go true to the stage play with the makeup and the hair.
Let's just put them in outfits.
But
and like, give them some makeup,
Can we do that though? Can we remove? Can we dare to expect that we, in our finite felinity, can reduce the draw of Cats 2019? Are we making a sequel to Cats 2019? Or are we making a film sequel to Cats the stage play?
Well, here's the thing. If we're following the Glamour Cat into the Heaviside layer, we could do whatever the hell we want.
It's true. It could be very different there. It's another room.
Oh my god, what if it was just a cat?
Whoa.
What if it was a real cat?
I've got a few ideas.
Oh, it'd be like...
I've got a few ideas.
Okay.
What if we remade Look Who's Talking, but it's a cat?
We'll put a pin. Because either way, I do think the primary structure, if we're going to abide by the logic of the Cats universe, is we need to come up with a whole bunch of characters and their songs and their names. And they come out and introduce themselves.
I'm not going to remember any of these.
Well, I'll write them down. I'll take care of you. I will guide you. But I have a few ideas for sort of tone and setting. And you guys... So idea one, we'll stick it up on the board. Sticky note.
Okay.
Up to the Heaviside layer. Adventures. Grisabelle's adventures in the Heaviside layer.
That's it. That's the one.
Alternatively, we could sort of combine it with another prominent franchise. It's big at the moment, and sort of like, I guess like franchise it,
like Avatar.
I was thinking we do Warrior
Roger.
Cats.
Don't.
And we could do
X. What did you say?
I said we already did Avatar, Roger. Let's not do that.
Now the Na'vi, they all come out and they're competing to see who gets to go to the Heaviside layer.
To see who's the best CGI
my
monster.
god. Okay, well that's one idea. We could do like a Space Jam 2. Where the warrior like a representative for the warrior cats competes, a representative for the Na'vi competes. We get like maybe a representative from Aristocats in there. The main guy,
I do like a cinematic cat off.
Yeah, Simba can show up.
Simba,
and they all sing, and they're all
Homeward
competing
Bound.
from the various franchises that have been smashed together to see who can be the best cat.
Maybe Milo of Milo and Otis.
True. That's a good cat.
What if that idea, but because this is technically heaven, it has to be all dead cats from.
Oh, so you'd
movies.
have Scar from The Lion King then.
Yeah.
In that case,
the cat from Grand Budapest Hotel. I can't think
of the cats who
cats.
played Milo and Milo and Otis.
Yeah.
They show up as a troupe.
Yeah.
Tom from Tom and Jerry every time he goes to heaven.
Oh, that's right.
True.
Yeah.
So
are we sticking with heaven? Because I thought the heavy side was to be reborn.
Well, I guess maybe it's a purgatory. So maybe they just have adventures there, and then they all get reborn at the end. You know.
See, in my head, the world they're currently in is purgatory, and this hot air balloon is a chance to make it to heaven.
See, that makes sense because at the beginning, Victoria is like literally
Is
thrown
dropped
out
off
in a sack, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All them cats are already dead.
Interesting.
Rum Tum Tugger, long dead. Dead
He's
guy.
a curious cat. And you know what happens.
Old
you know what
Deuteronomy's
happens
called
to the
Old Deuteronomy because she's never been young there.
The Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, and you know what happens to curious cats.
He spent all 9 lives being curious.
McCavity has all those magical powers because they were all already dead.
Man, I made a Twitter feed about this movie as I was watching it. Instead of taking notes, in my notes app in my phone, I wrote cat's notes, and then the only note is the word no. And on Twitter, I made like a whole feed of my thoughts as I was watching the movie. And one of the thoughts was, is McCavity the devil?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never
The end of that.
I've never read any of the T.S. Eliot poems that this musical is based on, so
McCavity
I
is
have no
simply
idea.
a mysterious cat. He's
You have to stop quoting the movie. We saw it. We saw the movie.
it's one of his 3 names. Jellicle cats have 3 names, the one given by their owners, their true secret name that humans could never know that they spent a long time pondering to find, and like their like title, I think, is the 3rd one.
Did the main character get a Jellicle name?
No. Yep.
Huh.
No, she does at the very end.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, what was it? It rhymes with Jellicle. She's like, "You are a true Jellicle cat," and she called her like a Dreamicle cat or whatever.
Derulo.
Something like that. Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, McCavity in the actual musical looks pretty rad.
Yeah, all of the cats in the musical look rad. The stage version, these all look like 1980s hair metal band members, and I love them for it.
Yeah, they look great. Okay, so...
Which is why I'm suggesting the sequel should have these folks and not the weird CGI monstrosities that we saw.
Saltimus, Excalibur, I've got a few more ideas that we need to run through.
Okay.
We could go with another species and do the same thing, but not cats. We can't do dogs, that's too easy. We could do...
Well, you're familiar with where Jellicle cats came from,
Yes.
right?
Can't do dogs.
No.
We could do, like, ferrets.
I'm going to be honest here, folks. You might agree with me here. This is kind of leaning back towards snakes on a plane again.
We could do... whales.
Would each of these animals have their own sort of theocracy that would rule their lives? in that they're all trying to escape a medium between life and death.
Mongoose.
Jellicle's testicles is starting just naming animals, so I'm not really sure how to move on from that. I also forgot their Jellicle name.
Octopi.
Okay.
All right, it's either okay. What about Cats Unleashed?
Cats Unleashed?
Yeah, sort of like a Lunatics type tone. You know, remember Lunatics, the Looney Tunes reboot? But it was sort of an extreme version. So in this one, it's one, but the tone is much darker, and it's all a bunch of real, like, bastardly terrible cats. And it's Cats Unleashed.
So what I think was good about the first one, right, in the series that will be Cats, we are given an audience surrogate. We are given a cat that is dropped off, and it like kind of learns the way through this realm via song, and through the cats teaching her the rules of this land, the audience is also taught in turn. We no longer need to learn, right? We know how this all works.
I think, we can either add new mythology, simply lean into what we already know, or expand.
I say expand.
Expand.
Because this movie was boring, so let's make it more interesting.
Wow!
What if instead of a cat, a lion was dropped off?
This is huge.
A lion is a large cat, yes?
Okay. Are we doing Cats Unleashed? Or are we...
Sure.
Or is this...
What if the movie was called Big Cats?
What, like Big Fish?
Yeah, we could... you know what? I'll be totally honest. I was surprised that they didn't involve Ed Sheeran or Ewan McGregor in this movie.
Oh, okay. Ed Sheeran I could see. Ewan McGregor because
Ewan McGregor is a singing maniac.
Because of his... I mean, the only thing like Moulin Rouge, right? He was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Imagine a movie where people sing. Yeah, he's fucking in it. And he sings.
Well, what about, what's his name? Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman? Another singing fool?
Yeah, these are people that we can include in the sequel.
This is great. This is amazing. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and put Hugh Jackman in the start, or do we want to chase? I don't know how much potential there is in the Heaviside Layer, because I don't think you're there for long. I think you're there for maybe a minute.
How do they get the air balloon back?
They make a new one every time.
Yeah, they make a new one every time.
There's got to be some kind of renewable resource we could, like, just put a rope on it, and when it goes slack, pull it back.
When it goes slack.
Yeah, when the cat passes on and leaps off into a new life, a new Jellicle life, then you can pull your balloon back. What if the sequel is... Oh, God, I'm going to forget. The main cat, what's her name?
Victoria.
What if Victoria assumes the role of old Deuteronomy, and there's like a whole new cast of cats where some have moved on, have moved on to the Heaviside Layer, and others have not. Others who don't deserve it, like McCavity or Monkastrap.
Monkastrap? Which one was that?
I think he was like the main guy.
He didn't have a song.
Like the one who... Yeah, no, he didn't have a song.
Dang.
The main guy.
Yeah, like the gray cat.
Yeah, okay. He does sing the fucking...
He doesn't have a song
about
himself,
naming cats. No, he doesn't.
He sings about Jellicle cats.
Jellicle cats, the Jellicle cats. That's the lyrics.
I made a tweet when that song was playing, and I should have thought of this joke then, but I'm going to say it now. What the hellicle's a Jellicle? And I looked it up because...
Oh!
I'm Googling Jellicle meaning.
Jellicle? Well, I have to imagine that's one of the poems in T.S. Eliot's whatever that book was called.
Has to be.
It's just his fun name for cats.
Jellicle refers to a fictional type of cat. Dead. These cats are dead. These are ghost cats. These are spectral cats. Jellicle means dead.
Huh. They're dead cats. Okay, so we're in purgatory. The Heaviside layer is Earth, then. Basically, if you ascend to the Heaviside layer, and you're back in real life.
You're just back in...
Certainly, this sequel's not just going to be following the life and times of a cat.
Because she's just going to be a normal cat now.
Right.
Okay.
Probably going to be given a different name. Do you remember your past lives?
Do you?
Well, if you do, you can't communicate it.
Right.
Because you're a
cat.
Yeah.
Let's say, after the events of the first cats, because I do think we just need to have another competition. Like, I think we need to get down to beeswax, put our claws to the grindstone, and come up with some freaking cats. We just need a theme. I want to follow McCavity. I want to do Cats Unleashed.
Okay. You're stuck on Cats Unleashed, and I'm not going to stop you.
Follow McCavity, defeated Idris Elba. He's got star power. It's an Idris Elba vehicle. We follow McCavity as he's banished by the rest of the Jellicle cats to, I guess, like, perhaps a terrible island of trash floating in the Pacific Ocean, where all of the worst cats live. All of the most...
Because this takes place in London. How the hell did he get to the Pacific Ocean?
They put him on the barge and they push him out there.
Okay.
I don't know where oceans are, X. That's not very Jellicle behavior of you. So...
okay, so he's on a trash island.
Yes, so McCavity this time is our protagonist. He's our fine feline that we follow through.
Protagonist.
He's our protagonist.
It's not what I said, but sure.
That's better.
Protagonist. Yeah.
I agreed too much with the bad thing that I thought you said, but you didn't. Shows you the kind of Jimmy Fallon energy I'm bringing to the situation.
So Jett, you continue, but anytime you need a new cat name, go ahead, hit me up. I've got a generator in front of me.
Did you pull up perchance.org/Jellicle generator?
No.
You have your own Jellicle cat name generator. Wonderful. All right. So McCavity arrives on this terrible trash island, and out from all of the dark corners and the tin cans and the old Amazon boxes come all of the worst cats you can imagine. The vilest felines.
But in a very musical fashion.
Oh, they're dancing? They're, like, licking each other?
Why did you laugh when you said that?
That's what you do in Cats, all right? It's not my thing. I don't have a thing. It's what you do in Cats. It's what cats do.
Who greets... someone's got to greet McCavity, yeah?
Let's do it. Give me a name.
Okay, Midnight Clamberclaw.
Midnight Clamberclaw. What kind of cat is Midnight Clamberclaw?
He's a...
The infidelity cat.
Infidelity cat?
Yeah.
Goodness.
It was a real...
I'm sorry, wait, what was the name again?
Midnight Clamberclaw.
Midnight Clamberclaw. Well, surely he has to be some kind of... let's see.
These cats are the worst of the worst.
Yeah, he's one of those round-headed cats with like no ears. So he's just mad at the world.
No ears. Mad at the world.
He's madder than McCavity was. Oh, McCavity was just a little shit, right? That was the whole thing. He was a mischievous cat.
The Mad Catter.
The Mad Cat.
Perhaps he's Midnight Clamberclaw, the cruelty cat.
The cruelty cat. Okay.
Yeah, cruelty. That's fine.
And he comes out along with all the other cats, and they start singing. and then licking. And talking about how on this world, Jellicle cats are competing to be the worst. Who can be the worst cat?
Oh, okay. Who gets to go to hell?
Who gets to go to hell?
What do we call hell?
Well, how about who gets out of hell?
Or rules hell?
Rules hell.
Ooh,
they know that they will
be Satan's personal cat.
They are competing to be Satan's personal cat. The biblical devil that all religious scholars agree is literal.
Does the Bible ever refer to him as Satan?
Do you want me to give you a...
He goes by many names.
By many names. Well, many entities, perhaps, go by many names. Satan is the adversary.
Right. Then there's the Lightbringer. You have Lucifer. Many names. At least 2.
Yeah.
What just happened to you?
I got a little bit sick. Got some snot going on.
Jett, you are always so sniffly. Every time I record this, I gotta edit out so many.
Usually
sniffles.
my sniffles are Tourette's. This time it's my snot. How about Flim Flam, the snotty cat?
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
He's there.
X, you got any names for us?
I have a Jellicle cat name generator pulled up.
We all
it's not very good. It's not good at all.
Perchance.org.
But I do like mine's just genius generators.
Why do we all find different Jellicle cat generators?
It's pretty impressive though that there's so many.
Yeah. No, I got one here. Mistletoe's Mouse.
Huh. Mistletoe's meows?
Mouse.
Mouse.
Oh. Yeah, that's what we call our cat sometimes.
Yeah.
And after I just said that, he literally appeared out of nowhere. So.
And what's Roger? What is Mistletoe's mouse? Yeah. Terrible role.
I think just assault. The assault cat.
The assault cat sings a song about all the legal charges levied.
No, he's literally the Pepe Le Pew
Against
of
him.
The Cats universe, right?
Oh no!
Yeah.
But he's going after.
He's
a
giving
skunk.
kisses when kisses ain't wanted.
Oh man, that's awful.
I still say my favorite kind of canceling out of all the cancel culture stuff was Pepe Le Pew out of the most recent Space Jam movie. And people were like, wow, they took out Pepe Le Pew because he's problematic. But then in the trailer, you have the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange. Just in the audience.
Unproblematic characters.
They chose to keep the literal criminal assaulters in, but not Pepe Le Pew.
They also got rid of. I was talking to a coworker about this. They got rid of Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, because he's insensitive to Mexican culture, and I'm like, do you know who loves Pepe Le Pew? Speedy Gonzalez. Every Mexican I've ever met.
Yep. All right, what would you got?
And
a
I
cat?
lived in Texas for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you have? I do have one more name I want to pitch.
I'll decide what their role is.
Hoobashank.
Hoobashank. That's great.
Yeah, Hoobashank.
Stabbing cat.
The stabbing cat. Okay.
Yeah, my name generator sucks.
Yeah.
I got here Sparkle per Gramps instead of old Deuteronomy. You got
Oh. Sparkle per Gramps, who was banished for sodomy? I don't know.
Sodomy.
These are not very
good cats.
They're not progressive cats.
they're looking to be a bishop
Yeah.
of hell. Okay, they're trying to be the anti-pope, the lead singer of Ghost. If you
yeah.
will.
Sparkle per Gramps.
Papa Veritas, or whatever his name is. Let's see. So McCavity shows up to this trash land, and he's met by, I want to say like an idiot, right? Like Flim Flam, the snotty cat.
Who's like, you gotta be careful around here, McCavity. These people, as nice as the Jellicles you're used to, but of course that would be in song.
Even the sneezes would be in beat.
Oh yeah.
Really.
In fact, when Flim Flam sneezes, all of the cats in the ensemble also start sneezing.
Right, they got cat.
Yeah,
flu.
the front row gets ponchos, so they sneeze out. This is a movie, not a musical.
Yes,
but it could be a musical. And Flim Flam kind of not really takes him under his wing, but shows him the ropes. Right, like this is how you survive here. This is how things are done. If you want to move up in the world, you got to get good at backstabbing and
and then
McCavity's like all about
Hubashank comes out and explains how this ain't the world you know. Here we all got claws and
I didn't think this podcast needed singing, but maybe I was wrong.
It's nice of you to call it singing. 'Cause here we got claws, not paws, like dogs. Got and that's Hubashank's song.
No, yeah, I'm sure X will provide a good little beat, maybe some harmony with that.
I'll add some reggaeton beats to the back of that.
And then at the end of the song, as he dance around talking about how everyone will stab you in the back, and how Hubashank, the stabbing cat, is the best at backstabbing. And then he runs up and he stabs McCavity and runs away.
McCavity is forced to tend to his new stab wound.
At which point he meets Balderdash, the back alley doctor cat.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
He sings a song about licking wounds.
Accept insurance claims.
Sorry, back alley Dr. Cat sounds like a Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's album.
No, and the whole thing is being run by Sparkle per Gramps, the overly flamboyant and public cat.
Who's playing that one? Is that gonna be is Hugh Jackman gonna be the backstabbing cat or Gramps?
Good question, because Hugh can get pretty flamboyant.
Oh,
yeah, I'll put that as Hugh Jackman.
Is Gramps?
Yeah, it's Gramps. Sparkle per Gramps.
Okay, cool.
We need like a few ultra high profile actors in this.
We gotta come up with more names, boys. We've only got 5 cats here. We gotta pad this out for 2 hours. Sorry.
We're making
the movie.
Sorry, yeah, I got excited about the amount of cats. But we need more than 5.
Let's see.
Give me some names. I'll rapid fire. I'll give them roles.
Velocitus Rex.
Velocitus Rex.
Moonlit Tumblefur.
Moonlit Tumblefur. The
Bramblepelt.
Yeah. Bramblepelt.
That is a my brother and me reference. It's
a Warrior Cats reference. It's a real character from Warrior Cats.
Okay, good.
The should have been the leader of ThunderClan way sooner, cat. A little Warrior Cats joke there.
Boots.
Oh.
Boots.
Just Boots.
The white collar crime cat.
And
then parenthetical, Embezzles.
Texaturaxis.
Whoa! Now these are some cats unleashed.
Ooh, and then this is gonna be my last suggestion. Paul. He too has not gotten his Jello cat name.
Oh.
Uh.
No Jellicle
Also, Paul is
cat
just
name.
a funny name for a cat, especially
Paul
a criminal cat.
Is Hebrew for small or humble.
Oh. The meek cat.
Well, this cat is neither of those. He's huge and greedy as all fuck.
He's huge and what?
And greedy as all hell.
Yeah, Paul.
Oh, he's the fat cat. He's the fat cat in this one. But he's like, he's so fat because he steals the food from all the other cats, right?
Ah.
So instead of having like the nice James Corden one who's like, you need to eat more, this cat's like, you're getting too heavy. This is my food now.
What if Paul's too big to move himself and all the other cats have to feed him? But why? Why do they do that?
Paul, the U.S. president cat.
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect. What's Texarasis's title? Texaturaxis. Sorry.
He's
This is funny.
Maybe he just really likes jazz.
Yeah.
Like, it's a problem how much he likes jazz.
Pretentious about improvisational jazz cat.
Like, he can be played by Ryan Gosling.
Oh, yeah. We got Boots. Who plays Boots? We don't have any lady cats here. Let's have Boots be a lady cat. And Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is perfect.
Okay. We need more Oscar winners in this cast.
Yeah. Who plays Bramblepelt?
I don't even remember which one that was.
I think you're thinking of Adrian Brody.
That's exactly what I had in my head. He can bring his gum too.
Yep. And his gum-toting wife.
We don't have a role for Moonlit Tumblefur yet.
Forrest Whitaker.
Okay, that can be Forrest Whitaker. But we don't know. But what does Moonlit Tumblefur do?
Oh.
He's a moonshiner.
Oh, yeah. He produces illegal liquids.
Yeah, just kind of like how Bumblearina, whatever the hell Taylor Swift's character was, she uses the catnip on everybody. He uses like some kind of,
she was just producing that substance.
Velocitus Rex, the unregulated alcohol producer cat. Okay, we're building out the cast.
I really want Anthony Hopkins to play the devil.
The devil. That's good.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't realize why you just repeated that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Now, is it the devil or is it a cat who is the devil cat?
Let's say it's the devil cat.
Scrimshaw, the devil cat.
Scrimshaw.
The devil cat, then parenthetical, but also the devil.
You said Anthony Hopkins, Roger?
Yeah, as Scrimshaw, the devil cat.
I was literally just listening to that god awful movies podcast where they were reviewing the movie Suing the Devil that has Malcolm McDowell as the devil.
No.
Yeah. And what's even crazier is Malcolm McDowell produced that movie. And it's so... I haven't seen it, but it sounds really bad.
What's another big sin we can give to Velocitus Rex? Because Velocitus Rex is still clean. And then I think we've got a pretty solid cast of wonderful cats.
Big sin? Let's see. We've
got assault, stabbing, bootlegging, politicians, white-collar crime, pretensions about improvisational jazz, the devil.
One of them was gluttonous, right?
Yeah, that would be Paul. That's Paul.
Yeah, Paul was gluttonous. Stealing. I don't know what the 7 deadly sins are. So
what about just like makes things awkward by saying things are awkward when they really aren't, Cat?
That's awkward.
He's selfish. He does it for his own gain.
Yeah, Velocitus Rex. The makes things awkward by saying it's awkward.
Okay.
When it wasn't before, Cat.
This is awkward.
Weird.
Played by Eddie Redmayne.
The Red Man himself.
So what is that, 3 Oscar winners now?
Yeah. All right. Here's our wonderful cast of cats.
And you know what's great about this?
I joined a different call instead of going to the chat.
What's great about this is that literally the first movie is just a bunch of cats introducing themselves. So
and that's what we've done here.
Yeah, that's all we had to do here. Yeah, exactly. We set up that they're trying to become the devil's plaything.
The devil's horrible cat in hell.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. That's all we need. Maybe how long are we running into this? We're almost
just
about
an hour.
So
we gotta decide, of course, who is most worthy at the end. Who descends to the
throne of hell?
The throne of hell layer.
It can't be any of these cats. It has to be one other cat that
it has to be a cat that they bully throughout the whole movie.
Or better yet, a cat that bullies them through the whole movie.
Maybe, I think Hugh Jackman as Sparkle Per Gramps, the overly flamboyant in public cat.
Oh, he chooses himself?
Actually, they're actually all just homophobic, and he's fine and shouldn't be here.
And what bigger sin is there?
Yeah.
Than being a homosexual.
and that's the bold stance that we take.
Guys, I've said some terrible things in this podcast.
Well, I'm going to isolate that. That's going to be the intro, the cold open, and...
Heck yeah!
And then people are either going to tune out, or they're going to be like, yeah, this is my kind of show.
I think the truth is, he gets to descend to the throne of hell because all good villains are queer-coded. And as the most queer-coded among the cast, he will be the best.
You know, I'm sure Hugh Jackman is dying to play a villain too, so
yeah,
a double win for him.
Didn't he played Blackbeard in that Hook movie? Sorry, it was a Peter Pan movie, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was a more recent Peter Pan movie where Peter Pan is new to Neverland and he hooks up with Hook, literally, and they join forces to defeat Blackbeard, who is like the pirate king before Hook was. Anyway, well, dear listeners, I hope that you really enjoyed this sequel, and hopefully it's good enough to win us our freedom from this scary, scary basement. If you want to remember us, we are the podcast Podcats, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Saltimus Fry, for that wonderful outro. I have been Jetty Eddie Dots, the autism cat.
And I guess I've been Excalibur, the one true cat. So I guess we'll see you guys next time on Sequel Factory for part 2.
The sequel
continued.
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
McCavity.
Okay.
Okay.